So here's the thing, these 1943 steel pennies are relatively common even though people think that they're incredibly rare and valuable a lot of the time. But in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to be looking for on your 1943 coin to see if it's worth a whole lot more money. So one thing we need to go over is this website called Mercari. You need to be incredibly aware that a lot of the coins on this website, people are posting for way too much money. Please do not buy anything of high value before you do your homework and research. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. So there's a common error that occurs on these 1943 pennies where the 4 is either weak or missing. That is simply due to the hubs having some grease that was filled into the die. Essentially what you need to know is that when they're producing these coins, you have 2 hubs, which are pieces of metal that strike each other. If there's no planchet or piece of metal in between and the 2 hubs strike each other, it's going to damage them. When they fix the hubs, there may be a little bit of leftover grease. So collectors call this a struck through grease error, or the coin just being struck through die fill. So for example, this first coin here, they have it listed at $1,700, but they reduced the price and now it's only $800. This coin is not worth that much money. This example here, same thing. You see how the 4 is pretty weak there? That's just because there was likely a little bit of grease in the hub when they were striking the coin. They have this one listed at $2,000. This coin is worth nowhere near that amount, so be careful, guys. Here's another listing. This one's on eBay. They have this one listed for just over $1,000. So again, this is a relatively common event that occurred on these 1943 pennies, but I'm going to show you guys a coin that's worth a whole lot more money than these coins. I'm just going to throw up a few more examples, guys. This one also is listed at over $1,000 on eBay, which is just way too much money. You can see this one looks actually bronze, but it's just due to the lighting and the toning of the coin. Now, this one right here sold for $21. Now, this is much more realistic of a price. So here's the thing. If you have one of these coins, it's worth more than just 1 penny. So definitely don't spend it or anything like that. But you can see even on Liberty here, there's a few areas that are just simply missing. So if you have any areas on your coin that are missing like this, it's likely just a coin that was struck through grease and it's not worth too much money. But if it's in good condition, it could bring a decent amount of money. But this is just one thing that people think is much more rare and valuable than it actually is. So here's the coin that sold for $11,500. I'm just going to jump right into why it's listed for this much money. So this listing is on eBay for $11,500. This is a coin dealer, so I think the price is relatively listed well. But one thing to really understand is that just because someone lists something for a large amount of money does not mean that's actually how much it's worth. There are some people out there that are going to list their coins for way too much money and it's just never going to sell. I could see this coin possibly selling for a little less than this. It all really depends on if there's a collector that really wants this coin. So why is this 1943 coin listed for so much money? Well, it's because of the weight of the coin. Now, one thing I recommend you guys get is some sort of scale for your coin so you can weigh them to make sure they're not accidentally struck on the wrong planchet like this one. If you want a few of my recommendations that I use, there's a link below that says old money prices / supplies. You can just click on that. You don't have to go there, but essentially you need to weigh your coins because if they're struck on a wrong planchet, they could bring a whole lot more money, just like this coin that's listed at $11,500. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube says that you'll enjoy the video on the screen. So click on that video and I'll see you inside.